Family life these days is much different than what it used to be. Back in the older days, such as times of our grandmother and grandfathers in their younger years, fathers would be the only provider in the home, and the mothers would stay home and raise the children. However, in current times like today, it is normal for children to be in a single-parent home where the mother or the father is the single provider. Children are no longer considered illegitimate or coming from a broken home just because of how common single-parent homes are these days. According to an article shown on Fox News by Dr. Keith Ablow, about 41% of births in the United States these days now occur outside of marriage. That's almost half of our population in the United States. Having a child when you're married is not common anymore. Single parenting is. I got a chart here. It's entitled The Rise of Single-Parent Households, and it's from 1980 all the way up until 2008. And they're counting it in millions of the households. So in that span of 28 years, it rose 30% in just that short amount of time of single-parent homes. Single parenting can have both negative and positive effects on children, impacting their lives in unbelievable ways. There's also various impacts such as psychological and behavioral effects that single parenting has on children. Rebecca Malachi, a writer for MomJunction.com website, stated that single parents may or may not face problems raising children. There are positive and negative effects to raising kids. Single parenting may have a bad name, however, it can produce positive effects. One can be single parenting creates a one-on-one bond between that parent and the child. Say if mom's the only parent in the home, that child is going to be super close with mom because they feel that's all I've got, dad isn't around, so it creates that strong bond between them two. It also creates maturity. It allows that child to say if they got chores, mom's going to work, when you come home from school, you've got to clean and do your part to help mom out, and it helps the child mature over the age. Single parenting can also generate negative effects on children while displaying that one parent in the home. With only one income in the home, financial troubles can occur, causing lacking issues for the child. Say if they go to school and, mom can't afford to get you shoes that Skipper has, or mom can't afford to get you the video games that another person has, so that child may feel like they're lacking, but if there's only that one income in the home, there's just, that's all they can do, that's all best mom can do. Emotional problems can also form, causing that child to crave attention from that single parent. I've seen instances where some kids will lash out at school or instead of getting in trouble, fights on the bus, things of that nature, but it's really just a cry for help, and it's a cry for attention, especially from that one parent that's in the home. The psychological impact of single parenting can cause many behavioral problems. Children sometimes can become unspoken about their feelings for fear of the well-being of that parent that is absent from the home. Some may feel like, I don't want to say anything about dad or bring up anything about dad because dad's not in the home, but that may aggravate mom, or that may make mom feel uncomfortable. So they become very unspoken about how they feel. Bad behavior also can arise when children are living apart from that natural mother or father. I've seen a lot of cases like that. If they've never met dad or don't even know dad, then they have more acting out of school, things of that nature. Just like the blue chart here is children living in a female-headed family with no spouse present has a poverty rate of 48%, which is 4 times the rate of married couple families. I've got the single parent in the red. That's the highest one. They're more likely to live in poverty than those who are raised with mom and dad both in the home. Graham Patton published facts on his website about how 12% of children brought up by one parent displayed a series of behavioral problems by the young age of 7. And to me, 7 is just a young age. I have a 7-year-old, and it's sad that one parent in the home could cause such issues in that child to cause them to act out at such a young age. And single parenting can happen to those who are recently divorced. It can happen to those who are widowed. It can happen to those, it's really by choice. Some people choose to be single parents and some do not. those who are single parents may or may not face the negative issues that stem from that single parent in the home. Although most may find it really rare, there are positive effects that can come from single parenting. I think that what's most important is that both parents worry about how it affects the child, both short-term and long-term. I think if mom and dad, say this divorced couple, if both have in the top of their mind that we need to worry about how it affects the children, then I think we could avoid all of these things with the behavior problems, the psychological problems, if they put the needs of the children first. I'm not a single parent, but even as being married, I still put my children first and how I worry about how they think about things, what they listen to, what they're around. And I think it's even worse for single parents because you're missing mom or you're missing dad, so it's tougher on those who raise children alone. I think minimizing as much damage as possible and creating understanding and creating dedication between that single parent and that child, or even both parents, they can work together and minimize as much damage for those children, I think works great. And creating understanding between them two and a dedication between both parents, or even just the single parent and the child and that bond they have is what matters to most, and especially about putting the children first and their needs first.